Hey guys, it's your boy Mist here again for another video today, and back for another franchise mode. This is episode 3 of our Vancouver Canucks franchise series. So I'm gonna show you the standings really quick. We aren't doing that great. As you can see, our record is 19, 27, and 4. So I think I'm pretty sure, yeah, we are last. Only lost by 1 point. We got 2 games, or they got 2 games in hand. I don't know how that works. If we're looking at the entire league right now, we got New York in first, or the Rangers in first. Then in last, we got the Islanders, so it's the opposite New York teams, and we are right there. Then the Avs, and then the Flames, and the Red Wings. Those are the 5 worst teams. I don't really want to buy to get into a playoff spot this year. Like I said, I'm really not too worried about making the playoffs until year 3, really. If we don't make it year 3, I might be a little bit mad. Has there been any trading, signings, injuries? No, there shouldn't. No injuries. Team call up, anything? Okay, so I'm going to look really quick to see if any of our players made it to the All-Star game. I doubt it. Maybe Christopher Tanev. Doubt it, though. To be honest, it's not that great. Burns, Giroux, Pavelski, Bufflin, Getzlaf, Pietrangelo, McDonough, Gaudreau, Kucherov, Crawford, Letang, Parise. Yeah, okay, by the looks of it, we nobody on our team makes the All-Star game this year. Hopefully that is something we can aim for in the next few years. So I do not think I did anything with captains and jerseys. I'm not going to now because it's already late. Actually, no, I think I definitely did. I might have. I don't remember. Yeah, I think I might have. I don't remember. I was going to say, I think I'm going to change some captaincies and alternate roles because didn't know what they were, but I think that's good. So yeah, we're gonna look at the team really quick. We I don't know, it's not that bad of a team, but like I said, got our first line. All 3 of them are elite, so they can all still grow. Youngest is 20 in Sam Bennett, and oldest is Skinner at 24. Second line, we got a high top 6 in Sven Baertschi, a medium top 6 in Bo Horvat, and a medium top 6 in Elias Lindholm. Sven is the oldest at 24, then Horvat is the youngest at 21. And on the third line, we got Jake Virtanen. He's a medium top 6. Brendan Gaunce is a low top 9. Reed Boucher is a low top 6. Youngest is Virtanen at 20. Derek Dorsett's really the only old player we got on the team, but he's a bottom 6. I wonder how much he's got left on his contract. He's got 3 years left, so maybe could use him as some trade assets. So really, basically our old man line is the third line, even though Marcus Granlund is by no means old, 23. So other than Sutter and Dorsett, our oldest player is our captain of Jeff Skinner and Sven Baertschi at 24 for forwards at least. We're going to look at the defense now. Still got Christopher Tanev and Chris Begres. Might look to trade Tanev because I don't know if he's on an expiring contract. No, he's still got 4 years. But he's an exact elite and he's 27. So he's probably not going to do much for us since he's probably not going to grow anymore. Maybe get to an 88, but he's not going to grow significantly. Edler as well, not sure. Still got 3 years left with him. Ben Hutton's a high top 4, and Nikita Tryamkin's a high top 6. So what I could do is definitely trade Tanev and Edler, then play either Hutton or Tryamkin up on the first line instead of Gabranson, because Gabranson's will be 26 next year. And then obviously we still got players coming up in the system. Still got Ryan Miller and Jacob Markstrom. I'd be shocked if I could get anyone. No, I'm just gonna let Ryan Miller go at the end of the year because I was gonna say I'd be shocked if I could get anyone to take Ryan Miller, but for 1 year left on an expiring contract for $6 million as like 84 overall, I doubt that's happening. So that's the team. Not looking too bad, obviously. I'd like to get it a little bit better, but in time it will grow for sure. So I think we are going to get a little simulation done. So we're going to go against the um, for the division leaders in the San Jose Sharks. That's the word I was looking for. Alright, so we're going to simulate the game, and we're going to see how we do. Thomas Hertl against his former team. First period, Thomas Hertl scores on Martin Jones early. Is that early? Is that late? No, that's early, right? And then Justin Braun and Chris Tierney come back to score 2 in the second period, getting outshot by 4 shots currently. Not too worried about the wins and losses right now. To be honest, I'd like to get some more losses now, because if we can fight for a lottery pick, because we got like 30-some games left in this regular season, we definitely aren't going to be getting in a playoff spot. More than likely, there's Marc-Edouard Vlasic and Marcus Granlund with 1 left. No, we can't get another one, but that is fine. I just wanted to simulate that one to see how we would do. Those are your 3 stars. Multiple morale changes because of ice time. I'm going to wait till I see something about that. Hopefully it is not a big deal. We'll simulate up to this Columbus game. It's 2 games. Got a very terrible record right now, 19, 28, and 4 against the Minnesota Wild. They're 24, 21, and 6. We beat them. Nashville now 25, 23, and 4. Shootout loss is fine. And now we're going against the Blue Jackets. Simulate these next 2 games as well. Haven't seen anything about a loss for ice time now, so hopefully it stays like that. There we go. Like I said, would like to get a few losses. Obviously, simulate up to the St. Louis game. We are now 21, 29, and 5. Got to edit a scouting assignment. We'll do the WHL goalies for 6 weeks. Should bring us to near the end of the season. A shootout loss. Brendan Gaunce is very happy about his ice time. For a win, Goldobin's really happy, which is good. Jordan Subban happy with ice time as well. So, I think we might just simulate right up to the trade deadline. As you can see, our AHL affiliate team, the Utica Comets, I believe. Yeah, the Utica Comets are 27-19-4, so they're doing pretty good. A win, a loss, and a win, or 2 losses and a win, sorry. They're now going against the first team in the division once again, the San Jose Sharks. 3-2 loss as expected. Now against Detroit, we do now have 32 losses on the season. We get another win, so we are 24, 32, and 6. Are we still in last? We are still in last, but it is a close race for last in our division right now. Sam Bennett with 54 points. He's doing really good. He is a great simulator. 54 and 62, 49 and 62 for Hertl, and then 48 and 62 for Skinner. So that first line is really good. Brandon Sutter playing on the 4th line. Maybe should move him up. Dorsett, but obviously Dorsett and Sutter are getting a lot of points because because Sutter's in at 85. He's still really good. Reed Boucher, he's got 24. Not too bad. We don't really have a very good plus minus. We only have 5 players in the plus right now. The rest on the team is a negative. So Triumkin and Hutton are both negative players. Maybe I should take a look at that. They are both very negative players, I should say. Jeff Skinner was also a negative player I saw there. He's not, I mean, there's not much I can do about that. I think I might change Edler and someone, though. Whether it's Triumkin or Hutton, who has Gabranson got good defense. Yeah, we'll do Hutton and Gabranson, then Triumkin and Edler. Hopefully that changes something, like -10 for Tanev, plus or -6 for Bigris, +7 for Gabranson, so that should really help out. Our -28 Ben Hutton, -18 Triumkin, and a +17 Edler. So hopefully Edler and Gabranson can show the way for Hutton and Triumkin to make them a little bit better, plus-minus wise. If we can get the majority of our team around no worse than -5, and obviously if we're high in the positives, that'd be great. So yeah, like I said, it's a tight race right now for last place in our division. We got quite a bit of wins recently. Like, we got 62 games played with 54 points, Calgary 64 and 55, and then Arizona 62 and 55. So not much that I can say about what is going on right now. I think what we are going to do is simulate some more. So we just have 20 games left. I don't think I'm going to do anything. We're going to simulate up to this Montreal game against San Jose, 38, 22, and 3. They're really, really good. 4-3 loss. Awesome. If we can start really getting some losses now, that'd be great. Because 7-2 loss. Oh, man. Because we really aren't a great team. And to do this, I think I might put Markstrom in just to almost ensure there's a higher chance to lose, but because he's just obviously not that great. You never know. Markstrom could grow. Okay, I thought Miller went down as well, but no, he's an 84. It just wasn't loading. So we're going to put Markstrom in and see how we do there. Simulate some more games really quickly. Go up to this Boston game against Montreal. They're a really good team. And we get a point. Not too bad. Jack Skilly is very mad about his ice time. Okay. I've never gotten a notification about that. If I could have, that would have been great. Is he scratched? Is that why? Is he scratched? He is. Didn't realize he was scratched. I can't send him down either. That is a reason why he is so mad. Okay. Alright, so I can definitely trade away Stetcher, or not Stetcher, definitely trade away Gabranson or Edler probably next year, so I can bring up Stetcher because he'll be higher overall next year. Philip Larson, don't know who you are. Can I just call you up? You're 27. Come on. Tried clicking him. Can I do this? Will it work? Yes, it will. Now, can I try sending down? Larson again? Nope, I cannot. This freaking salary cap. Okay, Skilly is mad. So we're gonna keep it like that. Edit lines. What? Oh, we're good. Okay. I'm gonna look at the player morale really quick to see how everyone's doing. Just want to look at ice time. See if anyone's mad about their ice time. Okay, well, Vertanen and Gauntz are both very happy. So is Boucher. Dorset, Brandon Sutter a little mad about ice time. Not a single thing from Marcus Granlund. So we've got a low top 9 and Brendan Gauntz. We'll do that. Change those two. Yes, we're gonna do that. So we're gonna only one line change. We'll just do best lines here. We got Brock Besser, Joseph Grammarosa, and Nikolai Goldobin. Could definitely call these three up next year. How about our defense? We got Biega and Stetcher. Good. How is Demko? 73. Don't know why he's not playing. I'm gonna put him as a starter now. Thought he was, and I'm pretty sure I have automated goalie rotation off. Wait, no, I definitely do not. Do I? I don't feel like I do. I'm going to. Where is it? Auto rotate goalie off. All right, there we go. So keep Demko in net. Hopefully he will do better and he will grow because I really want him to grow in the next year or two, so he will be half decent. As for goalies in the NHL, I think I might change it. Let's look at our defense really quickly. Someone went up in overall. Was it Bigris? I think so. Or no, I think it might have been Bigris. I think Bigris might have gone up on overall rating. We'll keep Markstrom there. Markstrom is 6'6". I did not know that. He is one tall ass goalie. Okay. 67 games. We are now in 6th place. Arizona has dropped quite a bit. So if we can start losing some more, that would be great. Simulate up to this Dallas game. Skilly's gained morale for being dressed. Awesome. 3-1 loss to the Penguins. 2-a loss to the Bruins, which is good because, like I said, I want to start getting some losses. Utica Comets 31-25-5, looking like they might make a playoff push this year. Not too worried about the AHL team as long as my prospects are getting the majority of the ice time. Now on a 4-game losing streak, so I was gonna say I'm not too happy about it, but really I kinda am because I do want to get, if we can win the lottery, that would be great. A first season that we win the lottery. 6 losses in a row, which it just keeps getting better. Really, we are now 26-40-7. Minnesota, we get a win, which is good because I don't want our players losing morale because we just suck. Let's scout the AHL forward, or OHL, sorry, OHL forwards for 1 month. Anaheim's a good team after we just lost to the Jets. Down to the last few weeks, 2-3 weeks of the season. A shootout loss, we get a point, not too bad. LA Kings 3-0 loss. We are now 27-42-8. If we can reach 43 losses, would not be mad. There's a 6-3 loss to the Sharks. Got another game against the Sharks, and we'll just simulate up to our last game of the season to see how we do here. 4-1 loss. OT loss. Can we get our 45th loss? Horvat was not happy there. I just saw that. And that is our 45th loss. So we definitely did not make the playoffs. We are in last place. We only have 63 points. Keeping Markstrom in net really did it. Currently in a wildcard spot, as our AHL team is. So, actually, the Oilers clinched first place, surprisingly. Sharks actually fell down, so we are actually going against the first place team in our division. Simulate that game. So we are going against Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl of the Edmonton Oilers. 1-0 after 1. 2-0 after 2. We'll simulate the period to see how we do. Like I said, not too worried if we can get some points from our players. Power play Canucks. Sven Baertschi scores on Jonas Gustafsson. Alexander Edler also ties up the game. Awesome. You know, if we can go out on a high note in our season closer, now going to overtime. 23-28 are the shots for the Oilers, and Eric Gryba closes the game out and gives us no hope to win. Oh, what? I don't even know what I just said. So, not a very good season. We're going to advance a few days until the NHL season is complete. Did the Oilers get 100 points? Don't know. Obviously lost a lot of morale for becoming last this season. So we have the Oilers versus the Jets. We have the Sharks versus the Ducks, the Blackhawks versus the Wild, the Blues versus the Stars in the West. And in the East, we have the Lightning versus the Capitals. Then we have the Canadiens versus the Senators, the Rangers versus the Bruins, and Flyers versus Penguins. Looking like in the Eastern Conference, if Ovi wants to go all the way and the Pens go all the way, that Ovi will actually make it to a conference final for once. So, obviously, finished last in the conference. Still in a wild card spot, only 1 point behind us are the Americans. So, I'm going to look at the stats for the season. I think we'll end the episode there. So, Sam Bennett really dropped off in points after her in this video, but Hurdle and Skinner also picked it up. Holy frig. I just saw something that does not look good. So, Sam Bennett with 67 points on the season, most on our team. Then we have tied in second, Thomas Hurdle and Jeff Skinner with 65. And then after that, there's a 30-point difference. Oh my god. And really, in third place, we have Brandon Sutter with 35 points, 30 less than our second, or two tied second place forwards for points. Holy frig. Really did not do good there. Brendan Gaunce had the least points. Back down to a 79. Granlund's an 81. Virtanen went up, I think. Derek Dorsett had 30 points. He had more than Virtanen, Granlund, and Gaunce, which is kinda upsetting. Boucher with 31, Bertschy with 31, Lindholm with 34, Horvat with 35, and Sutter with 35. So, really, I guess, the bottom nine, like every forward except for our first line, actually didn't even do that bad. They just shared the points, really. So I was kind of upset about it. So only one positive, not even really positive. He had a 0 in plus minus. Our only plus forward was Derek Dorsett, and then Skinner, Bennett have minus 19, Lindholm and Hurdle have minus 18, Bertschy and Virtanen have minus 16, Horvat, Gaunce, and Boucher has minus 14, and then really drops off after that. How did our defensemen do this year? In points, we have Alexander Edler with 24 assists and 8 goals, which led our team in points, then with 32, which isn't too bad. Really dropped off after that. I know they're defensemen, they're not really meant to score, but considering that we don't have a single offensive defenseman could be a problem. We have a defensive, a two-way, a defensive, a defensive, a two-way, and a two-way. So maybe you should look into the future. Maybe you guys should tell me what I should do there to look into a offensive defenseman. Yeah, overall, not too great here. We had a negative 35 plus minus for Ben Hunt. He's down to a 78 overall. Okie dokes. That is not a good sign. That is actually quite bad. How did the goalies do this season? Not good at all. GAA, Miller with a 2.94. That is not good. Markstrom with a 3.17. Oh, man. Save percentage, 897 and 904. Both not good at all. Hey, well, Markstrom got a point. What a great guy. Yeah, okay. That is not very good. 294 and 317 with a 904 and 897 save percentage. That, like I said, that really isn't that good. So, let's look at the entire league in points. Jonathan Tavares with the most points on the season of 90 and 82. Kane with 89 and 82. Kucherov, Stamkos, Tarasenko. I was going to say there's no one really surprising in here but Brock Nelson. For some reason, he just simulates super well with Tavares. Nyquist and Zetterberg really high. Detroit must have done pretty well. Parise, or not Parise, McDavid is always super low somehow. I just don't understand. Anybody surprising? Okposo, Ovechkin really low. He had 41 goals, but Spezza, don't really see that many points from Spezza. Daniel Sedin, Zuccarello. Those are most of the point carriers. Let's see who had the most goals. The Maurice Rocket Richard Trophy goes to Patrick Kane with 50 goals. Tarasenko only one behind, and Stamkos only one behind him. Tavares really close with 46. Most assist. Kucherov with 62. Feeding Steven Stamkos all season, I can see why. If you look at it, Stamkos has 48 goals, and then Kucherov has 62 assists. O'Reilly with 60 assists. McDavid had a lot of assists. Who had the best plus minus? Line at a plus 29 in a league of his own and plus minuses this year. Ben Hutton with the worst. New Jersey are pretty bad as well. That's 4 of their players in the top 5 worst for plus minus. Let's look at some goalies really quickly. How did goalies do in this season? Let's see, a GAA of, as a starter, I guess you consider Murray, no. As a starter, Lundqvist with a 1.87 GAA. That is pretty darn good. And a save percentage of 939, I believe it was. Lettinen actually had the worst save percentage as a starter in 896. Who had the best? Lundqvist. Lundqvist probably winning the Vezina this year, a 939, like I said. No goalie is even really close to him after that. Craig Anderson is with 217 GAA. That's not good compared to 187, and then 928 compared to 939. I think it's definitely Lundqvist. So who is in the rookie skater race for the I don't remember what it's called for I don't remember what it's called, but Patrick Laine with 76 points. Wow. And then Matthews, Marner, and Nylander. That's probably their first line, which is a crazy first line. 87 Matthews, 85 Marner, and 87 Nylander. So 47 by Nylander, 55 tied Matthews and Marner. Line A with 37 goals though. But interesting. Very, very interesting. So next episode we will do the off season, possibly do some, or we'll see how our AHL team does, see if they do make the playoffs. Actually, really quick, we'll just do that right now. Can they make the playoffs? Still in a wild card spot. Goldobin's happy. Get that win there. Still in a wild card spot. Got to make sure we get nothing but points by the end of this, and we have clinched. Awesome. So the Comets clinched in the first season. Season number 1, one of our teams make the playoffs. So that is good. We will see who we are up against. We are up against the Toronto Marlies. I had to think about that one for a second. I knew what team it was, but I just couldn't think of it. So Toronto Marlies versus Utica Comets in the first round of our AHL playoffs. Here is the first round so far in the NHL. So we'll do the rest of the playoffs in the next episode. Hopefully you guys all did enjoy this one. If not, tell me why in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think I should do. Maybe I should look into getting a better goalie in the offseason. Maybe trade away Edler. Sorry, I was going to say Eller. Maybe also trade away Gabranson. He's probably got quite a bit of trade value. He's an elite player. There's obviously, I'm trading away Miller, so I'm definitely going to need to pick up a goalie. Or not trading away. He's on an expiring contract. I'm just going to release the kid. Hopefully I can get some prospects in there. Usually Bracco and Harkins go. If I can pick them up, that would be awesome. Maybe need to look at a better fourth line. Like I said, get an offensive defenseman for more points. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think in the comments. Any support is greatly appreciated. Stumble on my words a lot in this video, so that definitely means I need to stop. So like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you all did enjoy, and I'll see you in the next episode of our Vancouver Canucks Franchise Mode.